not try this at home. If you watch WWE, they will give you a warning at the beginning. Do not try this at home. Do I believe that Enzo Fernandez is a racist? No way. I don't believe that. I don't think Enzo Fernandez is a racist. I believe that it was a troll, banter, or caught in the moment, euphoria. You can say certain things during a party when some alcohol is in your system. But the consequences are real to other people. There are people who get hurt because of your jokes, because of your troll. So just because WWE is not real, it's a staged show, it's for fun, doesn't mean that people are not gonna get paralyzed for their entire lives. Keep that in mind. This video is about my opinion about what is happening with racial accusation toward Enzo Fernandez and Argentina. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below if you want to help your brother out. It's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to cause you drama like Chelsea Football Club, but it's going to help the channel a lot. Much appreciated. My name is Ogs, and let's start by this topic. And we're going to be switching a little bit, talk about some other things. You know, this is not really good. We want to have good mood. We want to prepare for the preseason and be positive for the next coming season. But it's a Chelsea thing. So, like I was saying here, just because it's staged, it's scripted, it's fun, doesn't mean that some wrestlers are not going to be paralyzed for their entire lives. And so many people who tried to do the moves at home, they ended up by breaking their necks, they ended up in a wheelchair, they ended up badly. So, brushing off this situation as if it's nothing, you have to grow up, you are such a baby, blah, 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 is not going to solve a problem because some people are hurt because of your actions. So Enzo Fernandez came out to apologize. Yesterday, it was privately, last night, depend on your location though. So he apologized publicly, like that wasn't him, and he got caught in the heat of the moment, euphoria and all that. And then few hours later, he called his colleagues actually to apologize privately. What that means, I'm guilty, I raise my hands up and I apologize. That was my bad. I don't need to explain anything. I don't have to defend myself. I am guilty and let's move on. From himself, Enzo Fernandez. Is that means that the situation is gone because he apologized? I don't think so. This is just the beginning. Because it's going to take time to rebuild trust between you and your colleagues. And even after the apologies, some players still not happy about it and still posting things on social media that we're going to talk a little bit after this sequence. So it's good to apologize. This is a very good step, but Chelsea has a lot of work in hand right now. Reece James needs to show why he's the captain. Enzo Maresca needs to try to put them together and try to make them walk, make them pretend as everything is doing good. You know what I mean? Because there are so much money involved in Enzo Fernandez. 120 million investment on him. He's the face of Chelsea Football Club in South America and Spanish-speaking countries. Sponsors might pull out Chelsea Football Club or from Enzo Fernandez. It's a lot of consequences from that short video. So don't try to come here and make it sound like it's nothing. People need to grow up and move on quickly, because we're talking about human being emotions here. Okay? It takes time for this kind of situation to go away. And it might not even go away totally, but you have to pretend to like each other on the pitch just for the sake of the football club. Let's continue. This guy here is preaching me on social media. Let's stop talking about this. He has made a mistake and has apologized for God's sake. What all this was the only player in that bus. Why I see basically what he means here. They were Manchester United players. They were Manchester City players. So forget about it. Don't point fingers on Enzo Fernandez. It's very easy behind your computer to make comment like this, but you don't know how it affects people. And we're talking about human being here, and it's becoming pointing fingers on what other people did. Oh, how about Messi? How about Ronaldo? How about France singing a song after the World Cup saying that they stopped Leo Messi? Taking everything out of context to try to defend something that you can't even defend. France were singing N'Golo Kante stopped Leo Messi. It was a joke. Even Pogba, when he met Messi, he told him that he sang that song in front of Messi, and Messi was laughing at, oh, that is not true. They have a laugh saying that we stopped you in the World Cup doesn't mean go back to Nigeria, go back to Angola, because they are less of people, they have no value. Go back to your poor countries and don't play for France, kind of. So if you can't see the difference here, that means you are turning a blind eye to defend something that is a mindset in your own little world, and you don't see beyond your own nose. Because Africa and black people are often associated with slavery. Okay? They are less than a human being. They are not human being. They have to enslave them so they can come to Western country, work for them, develop their countries, steal everything from their land, and make them rich because they don't deserve to be rich. So Africa and black people being associated to bad things and being racially abused since their existence. So everything that you will say, go back to Africa. Balotelli said something about let's go and develop Africa, blah, blah, blah. All the stupid examples that people are bringing, it's just called whataboutism. What about this? What about that? It's like you don't have an answer, but you have to throw something on the table just to counter, because you don't have anything to say on the table. So I know there's tactics. And some people will tell you, oh, look at Enzo Fernandez is having fun with a kid, a black kid, blah, blah, blah. I've seen it because I have a black friend. I'm not a racist. I live in America, in the south of America, in the very, very deep of Kentucky, where probably I am the only black person, right? And you know how they think about you. They don't even hide it. And I know how I've been used as I have a black friend and I'm not racist, kind of. You might not be racist and say it immediately, but in your subconscious, that is the way you've been raised to believe that some people are just less than you and you are the superior race. So Enzo Fernandez might not be racist. I don't believe he's racist, but we all know how Argentina treated black people. They want to exterminate them. No even black person in that national team. It tells you everything you want to know. If you look at the history of Italian old regime, Germany old regime, moving back then, and kind of push black people out of the country, you will see that even if they are not racist, but there is something in their culture that normalized certain behavior. They don't know they are racist, but it's subconscious. I can't explain this to many people. If you don't have a certain level, a certain intellectual level to understand, or if you have a mindset about what you know, it's only what you know that count. So I'm not going to waste my time explaining to that level of people. So just because you have a black friend, just because you have a black kid that you hugged or you gave your shirt, or a black guy is supporting you, Nicholas Jackson is supporting you, doesn't mean that deep inside you there is no a racism behavior. You might behave as racist without being a racist, if that makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. And on social media now, everybody got an opinion and people are divided. Even Darren Bent here, when he said something about Enzo Fernandez, he got racially abused by so many people. So it's not a black or white on this one. And if you try to support Enzo, you are in trouble. You don't support Enzo, you are in trouble. But there is something in the middle, okay? But the middle mostly is for intellectual people, right? Like for people who think outside the box, for people who see from both sides. And I'm not expecting anybody to understand this analysis, so it's just a waste of time. Let's just let's cool this down a little bit because there's a lot of tension here. Let's talk about the shirt. Chelsea shirt. Have you changed your mind? Because Eden Hazard is promoting the shirt. And I think Chelsea are very, very smart. Chelsea are very, very smart. Using Eden Hazard to promote the shirt is just like the smartest thing that they could have done. Because the shirt is horrible. So they use Eden Hazard to make it hot. And people are liking it already because of Eden Hazard. So have you changed your mind? Seeing Eden Hazard, it looks 1,000 times better. And I think many people are going to order the shirt with number 10 Eden Hazard and not number 10 in Mudryk, Mikhailo Mudryk. Because let's be honest, number 10 shirt is Eden Hazard. And Mudryk need to work very hard and convince people that he deserves the number 10. Have you changed your mind? I just wanted to change this scenario a little bit because it was a lot of tension and a lot of explanation. Anyways, we move. So Chelsea official statement said that Chelsea Football Club find all form of discriminatory behavior completely unacceptable, blah, blah, blah. We acknowledge and appreciate our players' public apology and will use this as an opportunity to educate. All right. This is what I've been saying for the last 2 days. When the news came out, I was probably the only guy in the Chelsea community to make the first video because many people didn't want to touch the topic because they didn't want to upset their fan base and they didn't want to upset their pocket. Because it's about your interest. If you start talking about this kind of stuff, people are going to leave your channel. People are not going to send you super chat and they are not going to subscribe to your podcast and stuff like that. So people avoided it. They try just to retweet certain tweet that they agree with. So it looks like I didn't say that. This guy said it. So they retweet it. They didn't make a lot of comment because it's not good for business. And I think it's a little bit too late because they could have done better, much better. And the way that all the Chelsea fans and all the Chelsea players are divided, even after apologies from Enzo, David Detro Fofana came to say something that, the football that I like is multi-ethnic. Racism is in all its form should be condemned in strongest possible terms. So basically, Enzo, you are racist. You know what I mean? And Jackson came to say, I support my boy, he's not racist. So the dressing room still divided. A lot of work need to be done. Don't brush it off under the rug and say, just because Balotelli said that, just because some people say that those players don't deserve to play for France, and then you use it as how aboutism, how about what they said, instead of taking the situation seriously and see both ways and find the right answer to that. There is no wrong or right on this one, but some people being extreme because of their mindset. Telling people to go to their countries, go back to Africa is already an insult on itself, because Western countries already painted Africa like less, and they impoverished Africa on purpose so they can get all their belongings, all their natural resources to come to take basically for free, and then come develop their country, and then make Africa looks like this is a jungle. This is they don't deserve. They are not even human being. So you never been in that situation before. Shut up, sit down, don't talk, because you don't know anything about the history. You just copy and paste what the media been telling you. They brainwash you to believing in certain things and say, oh, I don't see any racial song here. If you look at it deep from the other side of the coin, you will see how that is considered as racism.